Hi ladies and gents, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And thank you so much for being here with me today. And so today we're going to talk about something interesting. I think you will find this interesting, and I think you should certainly implement this into your life because it will help you in more ways than you can imagine, basically. Okay, so one of the techniques that I learned from doing hypnotherapy is the anchoring technique, right? And so the anchoring technique is basically, this is what it is, right? Let's just say you want to be reminded of your power, right? Or that specific thing that you're trying to work on. Maybe you're trying to stay calm. Maybe you want to refrain from watching porn. Maybe you want to quit caffeine and you don't want to get another cup of coffee, right? And then maybe maybe you want to just eliminate depression or lessen it, right? Ease it. Or anxiety, right? And so you're going to, every time you're tempted or every time you want to be reminded to be in that certain state of mind that you want to be in, then you can think of an anchor, right? And so anchoring kind of brings you back to that. It reminds you of your power. It brings you back to that state of mind that's desirable for you, right? And so, so by reminding you of that, it keeps you away from your triggers, right? Or from your bad habits, basically, right? That you're trying to stay away from. Okay, so let's just say if it's caffeine, right? Or if it's alcohol, or if it's any kind of an addiction, then anchoring will bring you back to yourself, and it will ground you, and it will keep you, or remind you of that power, or keep you balanced, and keep you from engaging in bad habits. Okay, so and so guys, this is in hypnotherapy, it's basically anchoring, right, is any symbol that you can think of. So you can think of any symbol. It can be a heart, it can be a triangle, or it can be anything. It can be just pressing two fingers together, right, to remind you of this, to bring you back to that positive state of mind that you want to be in, right? And so but there's something else that you can do, and I find this extremely helpful. So maybe you can implement this into your life, and I think maybe a lot of you are already doing it, you just don't know it, right? So you're doing it, but you're doing it unconsciously. And so one of those things is just wearing t-shirts, okay? So, or buying a particular t-shirt that has certain messages on it. And for example, I don't know if you guys remember, you probably do, or maybe you don't, right? But I tend to wear the same shirt all the time, right? And it has balance on it. So what this particular shirt did for me personally, for me, right, is that every time I looked at it or wore it, I felt balanced. I literally always felt balanced wearing that shirt. And so, this particular shirt reminded me also to stay balanced. So whenever I was going through difficult situations or something that seemed chaotic on the outside, I always wore the shirt, and it always kept me in balance from within. Right, and so that's exactly what. So this particular shirt served kind of like an anchor for me, right? And so I think shirts with messages on them are extremely powerful for this reason, right? And guys, not only this, but I will add to it too, right? So I was just looking at different shirts because I would really love a couple of shirts, right? But of course, I will get it when I'm able to. But I would like to. You can also get a shirt that reminds others of their power too. There are shirts that, for example, you can get them and they say like something like, the person behind my back, the person reading this is just a reminder for you that you're wonderful or you're loved, right? And so just imagine this, right? If all of us wore shirts with powerful messages on them, those anchors or those messages sometimes wouldn't even be just for you. It would be for other people too, right? When someone looks at your shirt and they read like love, for example, right? That also kind of whether they consciously realize it or not, that's a message to them that they're loved, right? And so these messages are not only amazing for you and they serve as your reminders, right? And your anchors, they're kind of like your anchors, but they can also be anchors and reminders for other people, right? So you can inspire others with beautiful and powerful messages. So be careful what you place on your cars. Be careful with the stickers that you're placing on your cars. Be careful with you know uh, the songs that you're listening to, right? As they also have messages. But I'm not going to speak about the songs in this particular video. I just wanted to mention shirts, right? And so I think our clothes, right, the way we express ourselves, our clothes is an extension of our consciousness and the way our consciousness expresses ourselves. And so shirts are amazing in that regard. They can be different and they can have many beautiful messages on them that will inspire others and that will also inspire you and help you remain calm or less anxious, or they can help you maybe feel more loved or more encouraged, stronger, right? Whatever the message is. I mean, these messages can be anything, right? So yeah, stick with positive messages because once again, they're like anchors, they're like affirmations.